So tell me, is you ready, baby? Tell me, is you ready, baby?
Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to the Be Like D channel. It's your girl D coming back with another review of Zatima season 2 episodes 17 and 18. And you know what, these two episodes was it gave a little bit of something, you know. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so episode 17 starts off with what's his name? Paul getting in the car and Fatima calling him. And Fatima basically is trying to talk to him like, oh, I want to talk to you, but I don't want to talk to you because you're going to think I'm using you. I'm like, girl, you are. Talking about she need a friend. She need to go take a run and she want him to go running with her. Girl, get out of my face with this. I'm sorry. I was just like, Fatima, really? Really? You calling this nigga to go for a run? All the friends you got, you ain't got no other friends? Well, Andy. Ask Andy asked to go for a run. Girl, what? And then he just like, oh, I don't run, but you know, I can give him some. I can ride my bike next to you, nigga. What? I said we running. These two fools here, man. They get it. They like pushing it, okay. So, you know, she gotta play like she don't, oh, well, okay, that's cool. But I just need a friend. I need a friend. And now he your friend, girl. You was just gonna have sex with him, but he your friend. Anyway, so then Angela's ass come to her room and was like, oh, what you doing? She all dressed up. Talking about she called old dude over, you know, she gonna have her sex. Okay, she got her outfit on. She like, what you think, girl? She's like, it's cute. I like it. And she's like, oh shit, I gotta go change. Hey, bitch, I can't be cute. I gotta be ready to get fucked, okay? I was like, well, damn, okay, Angela. I like that Angela called her ass out too. Angela was like, so what you doing? She's like, oh, I called Paul. We're gonna go for a run. And she's like, oh, Zach got you feeling like that? Why you didn't ask me? Why you didn't ask her to go run, huh? She go run with you. But of course they made a joke like, girl, you don't be going running. You took my ass to a bar where we were supposed to be walking. So then, you know, Fatima get dressed and then we got Angela coming down in her new outfit, boobs out, okay. And then she's like, oh, I hope you ain't leaving because I you know, I'm having company, girl. Angela is too much, okay? Angela was funny as hell, actually. Angela been funny. But she a whole mess, though, okay? Whole ghetto mess, I'm thinking, okay? So the dude ended up showing up. She like, yeah, I got drinks and something to smoke upstairs, you know? Get right to it. I said, well, damn, okay, girl. And he just like, well, shit, I like that. So now we got Zach and Connie at the hospital with, you know, trying to see what's going on with his mama. The doctor let him know that she basically overdosed on fentanyl. So, you know, he could... Zach be acting, though. He be having you, but, you know, he go there, you know. So then... he just like, thank you, you know. He's like, when can I see her? But the lady say he can't go back there yet because it's unpleasant to see when they trying to, I guess, revive her. Of course, the brother come up and then he just like, what happened? What did you do? Okay, what did you do? Like, he already know it's his fault, okay? Because, you know, the doctor said the brother got her there as fast as he could. So, of course, the brother like, what I did? What you mean what I did? What you did? You the one gave her $500. I was like, oh, it would come back to the money. The money he gave her. I forgot all about the money he gave her. But damn, overdose on fentanyl. Oh my goodness, you know, those addictions. So then, of course, he's like, you can't really be blaming me for this. He's like, yeah, it's on you. You know you can't give mama money. You know that. This brother is so terrible. So then, of course, he blaming Zach, and then it makes Zach lose. And Zach was like, well, what were you doing? You were watching her. You were with her. It's your responsibility at that moment then, basically. And then the brother was like, I tried to bring her over to you. I tried to get you to help her, but you was worried about your little bitch. And of course, Zach like, what? My what? And then he charges at his brother, and they get the on the ground fight. Okay. So then, what's her name? Connie ended up trying to break it up. And then, the doctor's coming in like, what's going on? And then Zach's like, yeah, then the kind of like, y'all need to calm down. Sit your ass down, okay? Y'all acting a fool up in here in front of these white people. But it was funny because the lady that came running, she wasn't white. She was just a light-skinned black woman. So I was like, okay, these white people. And she's like, your mama in there fighting for her life, and y'all out here doing this shit. He all scratching, he fiending, at the moment. So then he started losing track of time. He talking about what the doctor says. The doctor coming, yeah, scratching and stuff. And then kind of was like, the doctor said, stop scratching your nuts, nasty ass. I was like, he was making me uncomfortable. He was just all that moving. Then he's like, well, the doctor came yet? How long it's been? Did she like Jeremiah wake up? I said, he falling asleep. And then Zach looking at him like, look at you. Like, just go get high. You want to go get high? Go ahead. You fiending for it, ain't you? And then it got to be a whole back and forth. Okay, y'all. This scene with Paul and Fatima. Oh, it wore on my nerves, okay? So they at the park. They done got them running and riding his bike. And, he's like, so did you clear your head? And she started saying, that usually she run 3 miles. And, it cleared her mind. I said, goddamn, girl, 3 miles? And then he started saying, how he want her and this and that. I'm like, oh my God, thirsty ass, okay, extra thirsty. He said, I seen Zach today. I'm like, look at him, messy, okay. I seen Zach today. He's like, oh, she's like, oh, really? Where? This shit. Then he said, apparently he finna, be a part of this building that I'm contracted to do. And she was like, well, how that went? And he's like, it went, 2 men, you know how that was. I'm like, oh my gosh. You ain't telling you was giving him advice? So then he's like, so I was thinking, if he just apologized and like showed you his heart, would you take him back? I said, this how you finna fight this nigga? Okay. So then she's like, Zach does show me his heart. And then he was like, really? Like, even when y'all just sitting around, not passion, but his heart when y'all just sitting there doing nothing. And then she talking about 1 or 2 times. I said, girl, what? Why? What? And don't tell no other man that, okay? So then he was like, oh, I see. I'm like, oh, Lord. See, this why you don't tell no other man that, okay? She had to say, like, Zach had a hard life. He grew up different, basically. And then she's like, I'm not making excuses for him. Hell, I don't even want to talk about him right now. I just want to clear my mind, Paul. Stop bringing up Zach. And then, of course, Paul like, okay, cool, clear your mind. But, I want you so bad. I'm like, oh, my gosh. If you don't go somewhere, okay, then she just basically what she was feeling like. She was like, come on, Paul. Like, I just want, we supposed to be friends right here, man. We supposed to be friends. And then she was like, what is up with you? Why you ain't dating you could be calling any other girl. You can be doing something else, basically. And then he was like, I already tried that. I tried that. But, every time I looked at a girl, I was seeing you. Every time I would talk to her, I was hearing your voice. Looking at her. And then she just like, oh, Paul, you say all the right things, but you exhausted. I said, yeah. Definitely. And then he basically said, all right, I'm gonna back off for now, looking ass. And then he said that but he's just waiting for the day she calls him and says, now. And she's like, now? Yeah, like now. We can do this now, me and you, Paul. Looking at us. And she's like, well, that day is never gonna come, so don't wait on it. I said, you should have been more clear about that, because he think you joking. But then he also called her out on her shit too and was like, oh, so you don't want me to to be all up on you, but you want to keep me close. So, just in case, I said, pretty much that is what she is doing. But she keeps saying, I need a friend, girl. Fatima, you getting on my nerves now. As I look, at first I kind of rewatched and it was like, eh. Now I'm like, this is getting on my nerves. Okay, so then with his begging ass, he finally stops and just like, okay. She's like, well, I need to go home and take a shower. And then he like, see, now you got me thinking about you in the shower. Okay, so we get this scene with Nate and Belinda's ass at her house, and he coming over because she called him or texted him, and then all of a sudden she trying to act like she didn't. But basically, he on her ass, okay? He like, we was wrong, I was wrong, you was wrong. Zach and Fatima love each other, okay? They for each other, and you was wrong for their profile. And she's like, you was wrong for telling them. And she was like, why you hating on them? He talking about, why you hating on them? She was like, don't you hate them too? You want them together? I cannot stand Belinda, okay? She be having the worst responses, okay? Everything, worst responses for the person that she arguing with, because she is a good deflector, okay? She's like, that and that, not me. But anyway, so she just like, that, you want them together. I don't like him. He's a whore, okay? He's a whore and he don't deserve Fatima. Basically, that's what she's trying to say. And Nate just like, she was like, don't you hate her too? Remember about your wife and what she did and all this and that? I'm like, girl, you trying to keep Nate hate flame up for Fatima, okay? And he was like, no, that was on me. I'm taking ownership of that. That was on me. It ain't got nothing to do with that. I was wrong. And you need to just drop it. Just let it go. They're going to be together. Let it go. And then he was like, what is it? Oh, you like him. That's what it is. She's like, what? No, I don't like him. What do you mean? I said, oh my goodness. You still feel like you got feelings for Zach? Your feelings should have left when the bullet went over your head, okay? And to still be playing with Fatima like she ain't gonna catch your ass in the street, okay? I don't understand. She holding on strong to this, and I guess she just wanted to play a game of chance with outcome, because she sure playing. And then, of course, she like, you know what, you can go. You defending him. You can go. And then he like, girl, you want me to stay. And like, we having a conversation. I'm like, they really trying to turn Nate around. Because this is the second time I was on his side. And I was like, okay, you making some sense here. But, then, of course, he still sleep with her. After he just said, you like Zach. Yeah, it's okay. And we get back to the hospital. And, Zach and his brother back and forth. Brother keeps saying, man, how long the doctor gonna be? Looking at us, okay? And Zach was just like, you just can't handle it, huh? You just can't stay sober for 10 minutes when your mama's in there dying for the same shit that you do. And he's like, man, shut up. Pretty much. He's like, shut up. And that's my business. It's my business if I'm gonna do something. And then he like, where's the restroom? And then Zach was like, just own it. Just say you finna go get high. And of course they had some argument. The brother started making comments like, Zach ain't there for the family. All he do is show up with his fancy car and say what he got. I'm like, child, he would never shown up. Zach would have never shown up. Y'all would have known he had no money unless he had got more money and became somewhere on some kind of TV. Okay? If his dumbass friends didn't tell you that he came into some money, you would have known nothing. Okay? So don't even worry about him. Okay? But then, of course, Zach trying to show that he trying to be the bigger person. He trying not to fight the nigga. He trying not to argue with him. So he just like, okay, yeah, whatever, Jeremiah, whatever. You win, okay? You win the fucked up life sweepstakes, okay? You win. You forgetting that I was in the same situation you was in. Come on now. Thank you for keeping me in jail. Thank you for keeping mama high. And all this and that. And then, of course, the brother get up to go to the restroom. Okay, so then we got Fatima and Angela back at, their house. Well, Angela's house. And Fatima is finna leave out for the night. And then Angela come downstairs like, girl, where you going? She's like, I think I'm gonna go to Zach's. She's she's like, I was being loud. Angela's like, she was intentional. Look like I was being loud. And then, oh yeah, she ended up running into old dude downstairs. That's how they got downstairs. She ran into the guy naked downstairs, Fatima. And then, of course, she's like, oh, I see why you being loud, girl. And then she's like, she gonna go see Zach. And then Angela's like, what? Like, you finna go see Zach? Are you sure? Yeah, I think so. I'm just like, oh, Lord, Fatima. Just go to sleep, okay? Go to sleep, because this has been a long night. This has been a long night. You just had a dinner and you seen the nigga. Then you went to go for a run with Paul. You took a bath and you tried to go to sleep. And now you finna get up and go talk to that girl. Go to sleep. I'm tired for you. And how early she got up for work? She get up for 10 minutes. She get up at like 4 to get started for the day. Okay. But anyway. So then she's like, yeah, I think so. And then Angela kind of like, go ahead, okay, girl, I'm happy you're going to go talk to Zach. Go ahead and talk to that man, okay? All right, so now we got Connie calling Tony and let him know, what happened with Zach's mama. Can you come down to the hospital, because they about to rip each other's heads off in this damn waiting room. Can you come? So then he like, okay, yeah, I'm on my way, blah blah blah. Then Tony calls Nate and lets him know, and he in the middle of having sex with Belinda's ass. And then Belinda keeps throwing out like, you was with that bitch? It better not be no bitch you answering the phone for. I'm like, girl, she exhausted. How about you go find Paul's ass? So then he just like, oh shit, he stopped. He like, okay, I gotta go. Zach mama overdose. She all like, oh shit, I'm getting dressed. He like, what you get dressed for? You ain't coming? She's like, I'm coming. I said, this little sneaky bitch, okay? She think that, Zach and Fatima not together. So if I come in his time of need, he gonna need me, okay? He gonna want me. He gonna know the soft spot to lay on, okay? Looking ass bitch, okay? I cannot stand this girl, okay? You're doing your job well, because you're making me, she up there with from Sisters, hating his ass, okay? That's what you need to get with. But anyway, so then they get out, they rush to the hospital. So then we back at the hospital with Zach and Connie, and he basically went to go check on his brother. And he's like, he ain't even in the restroom. And then Connie was like, well, all your life, he been jealous of you. You know that. And then Zach was like, what? How he jealous of me? My life's shitty. And then she was like, your life is not shitty. He was like, enlighten me. She's like, you could be on drugs like both of them, basically. Your life is not like his, and your life is not like hers. And she started saying, he told my man, she a 51-year-old woman. She been doing this shit for years, and her heart can't take it, all this and that. And then she said that he was jealous of him because he has a good life, and that he came out of jail. He said, you landed on your feet and you got a job at the airport and you did this and that. But then she said she got to go to work and she got to take her kids to school in the morning, so she got to leave. And then he just go ahead and give his. She's like, I got to go back and get my car. But then he's like, just take my car. Can you just take it back to the house? And can you just, I think I left my door unlocked. Can you go ahead and check for that? I said, oh no. Not Connie and Fatima headed to the same direction. So now we got Fatima in her car outside of Zach's house, looking at the house like, don't do it, Fatima. He ain't learned his lesson. He has learned his lesson. No. I was like, girl, you drove all the way over there to be like, no, don't do it. I'm leaving. And then she sees Deja ass pull up, not with her neck brace and with some nigga. And she like, oh, record. And then Deja's like, oh no, I'm hurt. Help, call an ambulance. So I said, this bitch. She's like, I got all the proof I need. You drop the damn lawsuit. She's like, I don't care. I'm still gonna sue your country ass. I said, why she gotta be country? Deja is funny. She is annoying, but she is funny. So then she was like, you need to be worried about your nigga, okay? I seen him leaving over here. What he said? He left from over here an hour ago with some big titty bitch, and with some green hair. I said green hair. She had a green shirt on. I don't remember her hair being green, but she was like with some green hair, and they was all hugged up. I think her name was Connie. Do that ring a bell, Connie? She's like, I got pictures. She was like, girl, you full of shit. Girl, go ahead. She's like, I'll show you. Show me the pictures. Because you always full of bullshit. But then she look at the pictures. She like, She's like, So check your nigga, okay? And then she's like, girl, they should get on. Like, basically, go on somewhere, bitch. Drop the lawsuit. And then, as she walking out, Connie walking out of Zach's house. And I was just like, oh. I thought they, for a minute, I was like, oh, they finna miss each other. And then he go, Deja, I think she got on your blouse. Hilarious way to end the episode, okay? As I go back on this episode, I'm like, it was really good. After I got through analyzing their asses. But anyway, that was funny. That was the end of episode 17. Okay, so episode 18 opens up where we left off. Connie walking out, and then, Fatima walking up too. She like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You coming out of my house, bitch? But then, he go, and Deja just talk about, oh, bitch. They both like, Deja, get your ass in the house, okay? Get your ass out my face. We trying to talk. She was like, yeah, Zach told me to come and set the alarm. And then, what she said? He told me he come set the alarm. And then he go, Deja, yeah, that's, this is his girl. And then Fatima like, did he tell you about me? I'm like, Fatima, we just had this whole scene, like 3 episodes maybe ago, when he was in the damn bar singing, and Connie was like, yeah, he wouldn't sleep with me because of her. So yes, she knows about you. But anyway, so then they both like, Deja, go, okay? I'm about to stomp your ass out. She go, Connie, we both ready to stomp your ass out. So you stomp you like a little roach. Go on now, little girl. I was like, okay, I was here for this little this little back and forth, But Connie trying to let him know, like, I just came to set the alarm because his mom's in the hospital. His mom OD'd. I said, damn, that's how she landed. His mom OD'd. Like, I don't know how to tell you that. Okay. So then Fatima's like, his mom OD'd. Is she okay? She's like, no, she OD'd. Why would I be here? So then she's like, you really should go to the hospital. And then he goes, Fatima, no, he doesn't want me there. She was like, last time he was there, he wanted you there, so maybe you should go. And she was like, girl, he didn't mean that shit. Like, girl, come on now. He didn't mean that shit. He say stuff he don't mean all the time. He wanted you to leave when he wanted you to stay. Come on, girl. He said it. And then Fatima was like, nah, he wanted you there, remember? So, that's on y'all. She's like, I was there because I know his family. I know his mama. That's it. That's all. She's like, but y'all ain't just friends. She's like, okay, I mean, we had sex a little bit, Maybe a lot of bit. I mean, but you talking about that was young. That's when we was young. You got to get over that shit. I said, girl, how long ago? How long ago did y'all have sex? Okay. Because if he couldn't, I forgot to say last episode that Nate was talking about, Connie could always get him off of his other girls, but with Fatima, he would not sleep with her. He didn't even think twice. Okay. So then she all just like, yeah, I mean, we had sex a little bit, but that was it, But also, I'm like, was it recently when he was with Karen? Because that was like 4 weeks ago. But Connie basically trying to convince Fatima, I think you should go ahead and go to the hospital. He wants you there. She's like, well, I wasn't invited. She's like, so what? Just be there, okay? So then she's just like, okay, well, you ain't gotta go. I got places to be. But you should go there. So now we're back at the hospital, and Tony is getting there. And Zach, like, oh, nice to see you. Thank you for coming. And then he asked him how he know he was there. He said, Connie called me. And he like, oh, okay. So then, he just said, I'm here for you, bro. If you need anything, you ain't got to go through this alone. And then he like, you good? They're like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. And he's like, you don't look good, bro. He's like, it's my life. This is my life. Up and down. Up and down. I was like, you know what? They showed us up and down in these last couple of episodes. Well, with him and Fatima's relationship, he was up in the moment because he felt like he had a chance with Fatima, and then now he back down because now something bad's happened to his mama. So he like up and down, like, bro, this is just my life. This is my life now. So then Jeremiah ass show back up, and of course he gotta say terrible things to Zach because it's just what he gotta do. This nigga hate us. He need to see what he did to our mama. He tried to kill her. You see, he tried to kill our mama because he gave her money, and then Tony just like, come on, bro, that's not what happened. He was trying to be there for your mama. He was trying to help her out. Basically, it ain't his fault that she chose to use it on drugs. And then, he got to say all kind of hateful stuff, and they got to threaten each other. I'm going to stomp you out. You ain't going to do nothing. Do something. Looking ass, okay? So then, Tony just like, okay, y'all, we can't just sit here and keep bickering. I mean, he tried to get Jeremiah to go ahead and leave. Let's go ahead and go a different way. Jeremiah like, nigga, I don't want no damn coffee. Nigga, I don't want no damn food. I'm going to sit right here, and I want him to see what he did. He done killed her. Zach like, she ain't dead. And he's like, yeah, she dead, and you need to see what you did, basically. He want to watch, let him see what he has done. And then and when Zach threatened to beat him up too, he was like, you'd have killed us both in the same week. I'm just like, he just gotta say terrible things. At this point, Zach, you shouldn't care. It rolled off his tongue. So then Tony just like, okay, Zach, you want to go ahead and get some food or something? I know you ain't eat all day, but he's like, I can't leave. I'm the only responsible one here, okay? So then he's like, all right, well, we're gonna sit in silence, nobody talking, no more talking. Angela and her dude Sam, they waking up, I guess, from having, I guess they wouldn't sleep yet, I don't know. Anyway, he finna leave, but then he all like, can I come back tonight, looking ass. And then she looking like, I'll let you know, but you did a good job. A pluses, okay, it was good, you knew what you was doing, but I don't know about a repeat, okay? That's what her face was giving, okay? She's like, we'll talk about tonight. He's like, okay, come on, kissing on her neck and shit. I'm just like, is this a homosexual? He needed somewhere to sleep for the night. Fatima ended up coming to the door, and she tell her that, she finna go to work early. Like I told y'all, Fatima look. She needs to go to work early because she needs to get her mind off some things because Zach's mama is in the hospital. And she OD'd. And she's like, what? Really? What happened? Like, and you're not going to the hospital? She's like, no, if he don't, you remember what happened last time? If he don't call and personally ask me to come, I'm not going. And then she's like, he is going to need you. You need to, get past that, basically. And then Fatima was like, no, if he does that again, I won't recover from that. And it made me, now I see why she was so stubborn, and that's so stubborn and not wanting to go to the hospital. Like, if you want me there, you need to ask me to be there, because when I overstepped last time, he lost his shit. He was yelling in her face, every time I tell you to do something, you don't fucking listen. Nobody fucking listens. Go, leave. He was doing all that shit, okay? It hurt her feelings. Remember she was like, you was so mean, She don't want to go through that again. She's like, I can't recover from that if he come at me like that again. Like, that hurt me, basically. And then Angela's like, but he gonna need you if something goes really south. She's like, no, I can't go. I'm just gonna go to work and try to keep my mind off all of this. We're back at the hospital with Zach and his brother and Tony, and Nate and Belinda's ass is showing up, and they all just like, what the fuck is she doing here? Belinda, what are you doing here? She all like, Zach, are you okay? Bitch. So of course Tony going off for Zach, and he like, bro, get them out of here, bro, get them out of here. So then Tony's like, dude, why would you bring her here out of all the people? Really, bro? And then Nate's like, she my ride, she was a ride. Like, nah, nigga. You just dumb, okay? You could have ditched her somehow, okay? She didn't know which hospital. You should have just stormed out, said you had to go to the hospital. But anyway, so then they basically just, have a whole scene. And then she's like, what? He's like, what are you even doing here? Like, why you want to do all of this, okay? And then she's like, you surprised I care about Zach? Oh, so now you care about him, huh? You at first he's a whore. He can't trust him for Fatima. But you care about him now? You want to be there for him? Bitch, girl. So then Zach was like, you just here for the spectacle. Like, girl, get all the shit you done, get the fuck out of here, okay? And then she just like, oh, I'm staying. Where is Fatima, girl? I cannot stand her. Nate and Tony and Zach basically getting into it again. Zach like, you can go too, bro. Like, you brought her here, you brought all of that. I don't even need to be thinking about this shit right now, okay? And then, Nate's like, come on, bro, like, we here for life, we family. He's like, nigga, we'll talk up with Tony, like, come on, bro, just give him a minute, we're gonna figure this out. It's just for a moment, just like give him his space. Now Tony is the biggest voice of reason of it all, okay? But Tony, you be on that fuck shit with Nate ass, okay? I ain't gonna forget it, but you be trying to act like you real cool, real smooth, okay? So he, at this moment, he be, he big bro to Zach, okay? He making sure ain't nobody causing him no issues, okay? He keeping everything good. And then he telling Nate, go ahead and leave. We're gonna catch up later. Jeremiah's ass come back. He like, bro, you always is some shit, bro. You always got some drama, bro. Zach like, bro, you always high, bro. Sit your high ass down, bro. Basically. And then him and Tony kind of get into it. Tony hit that, hey, bro, nah, that's what we not finna do. I said, not that what we not finna do, bro. Okay. And Jeremiah get his ass up and he leaves. And then, Zach trying to be like, see, all he do is want to get high. That's it. And then they's like, nah, that's good that he left. Because I was almost here. I'm sorry. It was a serious moment. But I was like, Tony, shut your ass up. Okay, so now we're back at the office with Fatima. And apparently she got a lot of work done. Because she was there before the damn sun came up. And then Andrew's like, well, did it help? Did getting all this work done help? How you feel? She was like, you got my mind off of it for a little bit, but she's like, did he call? No. You don't want to go up there? And then Fatima was like, I told you why I don't. Like, and then she's like, okay, I'm not going to push you, but if you need anything, if you need food or something, I'm upstairs, girl. And he go, Fatima, oh, you better handle that. And he go, Bryce, walking up there, hug some girl. And I was like, who is this girl? And she was like, and she got on a mini dress and a velour. It's mini and velour. She need to pick a season. I said, bitch. I always gotta go to criticizing the chick, okay? And then Fatima was all like, oh, that's why he been popping up here? I said, oh, so you knew he was been coming up there seeing that girl? How many times? But anyway, so then Angela rushed her ass out there. Bryce, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Like, he's stalking her. What are you doing here? Girl, you see he just hugged that bitch. And he was like, I thought you worked upstairs. I said, Bryce got her ass on this whole moment. He gathered Angela's ass, okay? And then she was like, yeah, but what are you doing here? Okay. He's like, well, I'm about to have lunch with a friend. She's like, friend? What friend? Who? And then she was like, he's talking about you don't know her. She said, I know everybody in this building. Okay. I said, well, damn, Angela, with your social ass, what you do? Okay. What is your job? Because you show around here a lot. But anyway, so then he was like, well, her name is Lacey, okay? And then she was like, oh, Lacey, the junior attorney. I'm like, girl, you was ready to the junior attorney, that bitch. Basically what she was looking like. And then he was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, she into that, she said, how did y'all meet? And then he said, online. And she go, oh, she into that freaky shit you into? And then he's like, yeah, it's the app for that. We have an app. We have an app. I was like, see, Bryce, the only issue that should be had in this whole situation is that you didn't tell Angela. You just didn't say anything about to Angela, and y'all was supposed to be kind of like seriously dating. But you can go on this app and find the people you looking for, or whatever, I guess, for it. But that was the only issue. But then she got to be like, he was like, stop judging me. See, and then she was like, I mean, I'm not judging. Maybe I'm just more traditional. Which is the old fashioned. And he was like, I don't know about that. I was like, oh, what? Because she admitted to that threesome. But now he's like, nah, the dudes you got going, you had that dude, okay? And then she was talking about, oh, now you trying to call me a hoe, basically. And then he was like, no, I'm talking about that dude. And he's like, how you going to be doing the stuff and then judging me for what I do? I say, you know what? You got your point taken, Bryce. On her ass, okay? You're judging me and you be doing shit. You're judging me and your ass is doing damn foursome, okay? So, was it threesome? Threesome. But he's like, well, is she coming back anyway? So I'm finna go. And then she's like, you ain't gonna introduce us? No, I gotta go. She was like, oh well, I think you deserved all of this, Angela. All of this, okay? But he is wrong because he did not tell you and inform you of what his interests are, and that the interest is a man, so you can decide what you was gonna do before you got all these feelings into him, okay? So now we're over to Bryce and the girl at the end of their lunch, okay? They getting up, thank you for coming, hugging and leaving, okay? And then the dude that Angela having sex with, Sam, he show up, he the damn waiter. He like, sir, your card declined. And then Bryce like, don't I know you? Don't I know you? Ain't you you was with Angela, right? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Sir, your card, okay? And he's like, are you joking me? And then he's like, well, do you have another card? And then of course he go ahead and pull out another card, and then he calls to see what's going on with his money. And then they tell him, he's like, frozen? What? So then the dude come in like, this one declined too. Oh, the guy that he was on the phone with about his money, he asked him to bring him some cash to come pay for the meal. He tell the dude's like, well, I mean, I'm gonna need this table though. I don't need this table. He's like, dude, he's like, dude, really? Like, you gonna do this to me? Basically. He's like, I mean, this is how I make my money, so I need you to get up. Okay. He's like, well, I go stand over there. He's like, see, you could just walk off. So you gotta stand over there in the corner. He's like, dude, are you serious? Can you say I'm having a hard time? So then he ends up calling Zach, telling him, he goes straight to voicemail. So he like, Zach, call me back. Something about the company money is frozen. I don't know what's going on. They're not telling me nothing yet. Call me as soon as you get this message. Then he ends up calling Fatima, trying to get a hold of, Zach. So then she just like, well, I don't know. He dealing with a family situation right now. So, I'm sure he'll get your message. And then he's like, well, tell me, call him. He's like, you want to tell me what this is about then? He's like, no. He's like, no, I have to tell him myself. And she's like, okay, I got another call. Now Fatima on the phone with Connie's ass. And then Fatima was like, how the hell you get this number? And she was like, I'm in Zach's fancy ass car, and he called you, girl. She's somebody, Fatima, she's like, you went to the hospital yet? Fatima, you doing too much. Why you ain't at the hospital, girl? And then at one point she was like, he said you was hard-headed. And then she's like, oh, he talked to you about me? She was like, yeah, we were supposed to be doing us. And he was talking my head out, boring me to sleep, talking about you. Connie and Fatima was so funny in this whole scene. And I like how Connie kept pushing her. She kept pressing her like, go to the hospital, girl. Like, come on, I'm in his car. And he got a whole nother phone up in this car. And when I said, call the woman of my life, it didn't call you. But when I said call the love of my life, it called you, girl. And then she was like, why are you pushing me to go? Like, what is this? She was like, because Zach is family and I love him and he wants you to be there. If he dropping all his other hoes for you, and then you the person that need to be there right beside him, okay? And he go, Fatima, girl, fuck you and your family, okay? I said, well, damn. But this what got me. Connie was like, now, Fatima, that was ugly. You did not have to say that. I said, thank you. Somebody to call Fatima out on her bullshit. Because she was sure say some ugly ass shit. Some mean stuff, too. She's like, but I really think you should go to the hospital, though. And then she keep pushing. Then she like, girl, like, I gotta go. She's like, all right, you know what? My name is not Aaliyah. I'm not finna keep going back and forth with you. But you should go to the hospital, though. I said, this girl, the persistence, okay? And then, she hang up the phone. She's like, who does this girl think she is? And then Angela walked in. She's like, who was that? She said, the girl Zach used to fuck. She's like, yeah, why she calling you? Trying to tell me to go to the hospital? Well, you should do that. I said, you know what? Thank you, Angela. Angela was scared to push you. You need friends that's gonna push your ass. Angela too scared, girl. So then she was like, you do need to go to that hospital. Like, what if she dies, Fatima? What if she dies? I know you don't want to get hurt. And she's like, well, I don't even know if it's that bad. Girl, she OD'd. It might be, like she said, it might be that bad. And what if he found out that you knew and you wasn't there? That he couldn't recover for that. And she like, shit, I ain't think about that. Like, girl, you know how fucked up it sounds how fucked up it sounds that I knew your mama was in the hospital dying, but I didn't want to show up because I didn't want to get yelled at. But she like, okay, I hear you. All right, she gone. Now she gets to the hospital. And she see Belinda. Says, Belinda, hop up real quick. Hey, Fatima. Oh, yeah, I was just here to check on Zach. She's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Why are you here? He don't need you here. Okay? I said she had Fatima turn it up quick, okay? Fatima's like, he don't need you here. She's like, I was just wondering where you was, girl. Don't worry about where I'm at. You ain't never got to worry about where I'm at, okay? Because the next time, what she said, if you worry about where I'm at, it's going to be somewhere busting a cap in your ass, okay? And she's like, you know what? This is actually the perfect place for us to be in so I can put your ass in the hospital bed, bitch. I said, okay, Fatima, rip her ass to shreds because she need it. Stop wondering where I'm at before I show you where I'm at. So now Fatima walking over to Zach and she sits down and they look at each other. And she was like, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. And he said, please don't. Please stay. I was just like, oh. And then she's just like, she cuddling him. And he's saying, you know what my brother said to me, man? He said, it's my fault. Because I gave her the money. And then he goes to him, oh, no, Zach, it's not your fault, okay? And then, he look at her, he said, she grabbed his face like, you look at me. This is not your fault, okay? This is not your fault. And he's like, but it still hurts. I was like, oh, Zach, you do. I know. Oh. So then he tells her, can you just hold me? I'm like, oh. So then she kind of holds him. He's like, please don't leave. Like, just don't leave. I know you mad. But I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna be better. Just please don't leave. I can't take no more loss. And I was just like, oh, he got me too, girl. Just every time. This is not how I wanted them to get back together. It shouldn't be a tragedy. Well, it's a tragedy, but we don't know if it's actually happened. But it shouldn't be a tragedy that brings them back together. It should be something that they want to be together. The stuff that they took to be together. But they basically back together. She's like, I love you. I'm not leaving. I promise. He like, you promise? I promise. And they kissed, and it was like, oh. But then the doctor come walking up, and she's like, Mr. Taylor, I'm so sorry. So I'm like, oh shit, did the mama die? But then they went off on that part. It could also, but then I'm also thinking about Sisters, but then we don't know the timeline of that. But on Sisters, when he thought Karen was dead, he's like, I never lost nobody like that, Fatima. So I'm like, they gotta make that match. But anyway, that was the end of episode 18. Alright, that is the end of my review for Zatima season 2, episodes 17 and 18. Remember to drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the episodes. At first I was kind of like, these episodes were a little alright, but when you go back and watch them again, I was on the ass. So, it was pretty good. I had a good time recapping it with you guys, Drop down in the comments what y'all thought about the episode. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Be Like Dee channel, okay?